Hello, everyone. Welcome again to Pre-Match Ban. Today we are discussing a very interesting topic. I'm sure it's probably on the mind of everybody. If you support a football club in European football, you definitely have someone in mind that qualifies for under this topic, and that is who has been the worst signing of 2023. So that means the end of last season, the January transfer window inclusive, and the start of this season. So far in the year 2023, who has been the worst signing? I know a lot of names will be like springing to mind right now. So, but I will let Dimeji start by
I started.
sharing.
I started
Oh,
last.
I mean, yeah, I want you. I also want you to start. Don't worry. Like, share
I
with us. What you would like to start? Okay, okay. If you're
you
not willing
want
to start, Dimeji,
yeah.
Yeah.
let Akin. Okay, let Akin lead by telling us who he thinks the worst signing of 2023 has been.
I'm
Now you
just
have the
trying
floor. Go.
trying to hear what I will say so that I can figure out who is worse than that.
Okay.
But don't worry, I'm undefeated. Okay, I think I'm going to go for Mykhailo Mudrik. Uh and I know there are a lot of people that will think
Gunner.
I'm just being salty, but no, trust me, I'm not. If anything, I'm being grateful because we would have been robbed,
Like
right?
Chelsea made that steal, right?
Yeah, they made a great steal.
I think it would have been great for you
It's
guys.
like right? What?
I think it would have been great at Arsenal. It would have
I
been
don't
better.
know. I'm not going to speak to that. All I know is that you know after he slid Arsenal decided to join Chelsea, they coughed out not of £100 million for him. Right. In the year 2023, Modric has scored 2 goals
Mm.
and has 2 assists. Right, and he's unplayable. There are games that they are not even able to sub him in, right? And he's not even able to think about it. You spend £100 million on a player, and you can't put him in your starting 11.
I think it's for a 9 year or 10 year contract, kind of.
I
I don't
don't
know.
care whether it's for 20 years. I don't care. That is the amount they will pay for him, or they are paying for him, right?
Yeah.
And he has only been able to contribute that, And one of the things I'm thinking about again is that okay, for a club like Arsenal that wanted him and replaced him with Trossard, and looking at the success last season alone, Trossard had 10 assists. Like the entire year, this guy had just 2 assists. So I've watched his play. Maybe he might still acclimatize to the Premier League, but for now, he's not very decisive.
Oh, you said Trossard has 10 assists already for Arsenal or in the this calendar year?
Not even the calendar year.
Okay.
It's last season.
Oh, okay,
That
last season.
year between January and May,
Okay.
he had 10 assists. Right. So that's even a player that we are now. Arsenal is even benching him just because of course he's supposed to play Martinelli, but he comes in every game. You can see his impact. Like it's a punch from the bench, right? Unlike Modric, you don't know what you get from him. I know this last game, it was probably the only bright spot they had, but they still lost the game, right? Um, so that's why I'm going for Mykhailo Modric. A lot was expected. Um, as someone that watched some of his games before he came to the Premier League, I was excited we'll be able to translate that here. It was going to be like an Eden Hazard type of player, electric with goals, with assists. But right now, he looks more like Anthony.
Come on, come on. Anthony's way, his leaps and bounds. No, no, no. Don't do that, please. I mean,
Guys, you can
at
see
least in the last two games, Anthony has been way, way better. And even before that, I mean, the only issue I had with Anthony is he wasn't tracking back, and I think he can only score using a specific style of play, trying to call the ball to the far post, and now it contributes a lot more than trying to score goals in the game.
all I would say is this.
Yeah,
I just baited a man and he entered it and he's helping me to defend that. Modric is the worst signing.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a worst signing, definitely.
Yeah.
I
So
mean, I'm not
whoever
going to dispute that. Yeah,
whoever
but
he
to be
mentions,
fair, the whole Chelsea team has been, I mean,
I'm just
crap.
saying,
You know.
whoever he
Yeah.
mentions will probably not be will not be the worst. I have the
Oh
worst.
no, no, no! I'm not saying like comparing the two. Oh, that's what you're saying now. Like comparing the two, definitely, he is the
Oh
worst
my
player of the two. But there are still worse players in the Premier League. Like, and I'm going to show you that. Don't worry.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for you, Modric,
Yep.
the worst player of 2023. So do you want to go next, Dimeji, or you still want me to
Yeah, I can go.
share mine?
I can
Oh,
go
okay.
now. I
All right.
know the so my worst player of the season so far of
Fine.
2023. What signing? Yeah, what signing? Is I know Aki might not agree, but yeah, he has already chosen Kylo Modric, and I don't want to go with that. Also, I feel like Modric is the worst signing, but I want to be different, so I would go with Kai Havertz. And the reason I'll go with Kai Havertz is yes. The reason I'll go with Kai Havertz is because of the decision to actually sign him. That's the reason why I will go with that because he was never great at Chelsea. I see no reason why Arsenal signed him. I don't feel he's a player that Arsenal needed in their squad. They had other options they could have gone for.
It's one
And
game for them, this season.
I'm
so,
gonna
so,
I'm gonna
so
say something. Just continue.
that's
Go
why I
ahead,
said,
go on.
so
Yeah.
that's why I said, I know he's not going to agree, but to me, I felt like the decision bringing him, paying 65 million to bring him in, would have. I mean, he just mentioned the signed Trossard. He had 10 assists or something like that. I mean, Trossard was barely 15 million or thereabout, and he's making impact. I mean, Havertz this season has been used as a makeshift left back. Is that bad? Is that bad
Continue.
for him?
But continue.
So no, he scored in the left back position. I wouldn't take that away from him.
Not Arsenal.
I wouldn't take that away from him.
Left back for Germany, not Arsenal. But continue.
Yeah,
Yeah, for Germany.
for Germany, but overall, I feel like Havertz has really disappointed me in terms of um, looking at his career way back from Bayern Leverkusen and how he has dropped, like how his career has gone down the hill. I mean, he has been signing for top teams, but at the same time, the Kai Havertz we know him in the Bundesliga is not the same we are seeing in the Premier League in terms of his performances, his assists, his goals, and I see no reason why Arteta decided to bring him into the squad. So for me,
But okay, go ahead.
yeah, you want to say something? Go
I
ahead.
have one
No,
thing
I'm
to
just
say.
curious, like why it should be disappointing to you. If you think it didn't do much at Chelsea, so that means at that point the bar has been set low. Now coming to Arsenal, I mean, you shouldn't expect much. So even the little he has done, like, should be
Arsenal,
enough to.
if Arsenal had paid 5 million for him, I wouldn't say it's a signing. I mean,
I get what
if
you're saying now.
No,
five
wait,
million for
wait.
a guy. Personally, I would have mentioned Darwin Nunes as the worst signing of the season. Why? Because I would have mentioned him. He was not he's not scoring goals. We signed him to score goals. He's not scoring goals, but he's making assists. He's building
So
up. He's doing all those things. But personally, I feel like Kai Havertz can do more, and he's not doing more for that 65 million.
so let me explain. Right. There are parts of what you said that I agree with. Right.
Mhm.
Havertz should not cost Arsenal 65 million. Right.
Mhm.
Of course, because he's a young boy, whatever his age is, he will always cost like that. That's the market we are in. But it shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
But based on what Havertz has been in the last 2 months, that is why you are not finding anybody talking about Havertz right now. When the season started, the pundits were talking about him and talking about how terrible he was. He was passive. He was not doing anything. But over the last 2 months, probably like a 10 match stretch of games, he's been good. I'm not gonna say he's the best, but he's been really good to the point that in the last 3-4 games now, he's been starting. He's been starting and contributing. He's understanding what is expected of him. This last game I said against Aston Villa, he was one that scored that goal that was
Yeah.
disqualified. That's another issue, but I can defend that, right? He was making it was a perfect outlet that, for whatever reasons, my midfielder just missed him every single time, and he was making those runs. So Havertz can't. Like, there's no way we'll be talking about the
I
worst
said,
signing
I
of the
said, yeah,
league.
I said, I know you don't agree, but at the same time,
No,
let me ask you a question. Let me
it's
ask you a
not.
question. Let me ask you a question. You as an Arsenal coach, you have 65 million to spend.
I told
Hold
you,
on,
I
hold on. You
Would
had
you have
60,
gone for
would you
Havertz?
have, I'm not saying Havertz at Bayern Leverkusen, but Havertz at Chelsea. Would you have signed him?
that's what I'm trying to say. I would not have spent 65 million pounds on
Mhm.
Havertz. I wouldn't do that. 30 million, maybe. 35 million, maybe. 65 million, no, I wouldn't do that. And that's what I said, right? But I'm saying now, like, based on the play, if I'm going to if I'm going to measure what's his name, Kai Havertz at Arsenal against Caicedo at Chelsea, I was bought for 115 million,
Mhm.
and look at the impact. It doesn't align. Havertz has made great impact, like scored equalizers, scored winning goals, all those kind of things, being part of the play, coming from the bench, making an impact. Over the last 2 months, we're literally in December. So if I'm saying over the last 2 months, that's since October, and the league started at the end of August, that means he has made reasonable impact. So now, can we say Caicedo has made any impact?
No, no, no.
Not
See, you
terrible.
can't.
And
You
that's
want
my
Chelsea
point.
fan? No, no, no. Chill, 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 chill. You can't pick Mikhailo Modric as the worst signing of the season, and you
Uh-huh.
expect me to also pick. You want them to come for us? We cannot. We can't go after Chelsea. We can't go after Chelsea players. So let's spread.
Mauricio Pochettino just said, "Oh, I'm not happy with what I have. We have
Yeah,
to sell people and buy people in January." That's to tell you
Mm.
the squad is full of
yeah.
No, of course.
disappointments.
I mean,
That's what it means.
yeah. But
Hey,
anyways,
about
me,
about the sign-on fee, I think Chelsea just has a way. I mean, they are very good at selling
Exactly.
crappy
You
players
understand?
for a lot of
Yes.
money. I mean, Messi Mount
Yeah.
is at Manchester United. I mean, I don't know who made that decision, who signed off on that to go sign Messi Mount. So
he's not playing. Has he been playing?
he's even injured now, so he's not been playing.
I've not seen him in a while.
Yeah, even when he played, like it was always crap. I don't know why we made that decision, but that's it.
But it was
Conversation.
decent at Chelsea, right? I think it was decent
It
at
was
Chelsea.
decent initially, especially under Frank Lampard.
Yeah, under Lampard, it was
That's
decent.
because he played him so much, and there were glimpses here and there, and
No,
I
but
thought,
it's still not like the worst for me. It's still okay. It's
yeah.
still,
I mean, I was actually thinking about him before, but no,
like I
it's not
told
going
you,
to
like
be
it's
the.
like a tad below Madison. Like, for me, they are both in the same
Right
category.
now, Madison, right now,
A tad below. Right?
has he fallen down that bad?
Madison is great. What are you insulting
Oh no,
Madison?
when you said no, I thought you meant like in terms of what signing. That is
No,
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 no.
no, no, no. Like in terms of
I'm actually
how good
saying,
they are.
okay,
yeah,
okay.
for me, that
That's what I was asking. That did Madison fall off that bad now?
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
Nah.
Madison is playing very well now
Yeah.
this season. So even he has always been playing well anyway. So Ahmed, let's see whether you can top. I know I've already topped whatever debate
Ah,
we have.
okay. If you think so, but
No, no, no. You
Are we,
literally
top-
said it
are we
that.
topping? Are we topping each other's opinion right now?
no, he's just trying to say like he believes that he has told us the worst signing, like whether I can beat that. So with my
So
own,
if we say worst signing, right?
yeah,
If the world comes together and say let's rank the worst signing, at the end of the day, there can only be one
yeah,
person worst signing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
Both of
Modric,
us agree
yeah,
that Modric
Modric,
is.
no, no.
So let's
yeah.
hear who Ahmed
So
has.
what I'm going to say before I start is like, if anybody that's watching this video, I also want you to make a comment. Like of the three that we are choosing, who do you think is the worst of the three? I'm not saying you should tell us who your own worst signing is, and if you want to do that, that is fine. But tell us who do you think the worst of the three that we have chosen is. So I'll be going for Andre Onana. For me, Onana has been the worst signing of
Basket
2020.
goal.
Forget what he did in the first half of the year in the Champions League, whatever. I don't care. Whatever he did, he has invalidated everything with his performance at Manchester United. See, we did some prep before coming to have this conversation, like 5 minutes. Okay, gather information, data. Let me share this piece of data with you that I got on Andre Onana. And I mean, there might be people out there that will think, oh, you're just a De Gea fan. You're not happy because you let De Gea go. Yes, I'm not happy about that. I'm not denying that. But that doesn't still. Okay, let me just give you the stats. So Andre Onana this season in the EPL, he has had 16 appearances and conceded 21 goals. In the Champions League, he has played 5 times, conceded 14 goals in 5 games. 14, 1 4.
Damn.
In the EFL, he's played 2 times, 2 appearances, and conceded 3 goals. So he's had 7 clean sheets in 38 games. Okay, now that's like a Stoke City level of performance, like bottom table performance. A top 10 team should not have that kind of goalkeeper, conceding that many goals. So now, I was explaining something to Ak in the day Manchester United lost to, that was Galatasaray, right? That on that table, like if you look at Manchester United, that group table, the standing, Manchester United had scored 12 goals at that point, but conceded 14. Even Bayern that was topping the table had only scored 11 at that point. But we have scored more, but we've considered 14. So how should we be topping the table? Like whatever we're doing, there's somebody at the back just making sure that, nah, you ain't going anywhere. You guys are not going anywhere. So he has that. And now he has considered, in 23 games, he has considered 38 goals. That's what it's looking like. Yeah. He has considered 38 goals in 23 games. That's like
38
1.65.
goals.
Yeah, that's like 1 point. I mean, that's what I'm calculating. 21 plus 14. Yeah, that's 35 plus 3, 38. Yeah.
In how many
So
appearances?
in 23 appearances.
Oh my god.
So that's average of 1.65 goals per game.
1.65.
Last season, De Gea played 58 games. I mean, everybody was saying how De Gea was so bad and terrible for Manchester United, how we needed a ball playing keeper, blah, blah, blah. De Gea played 58 games, considered 61. I mean, it looked terrible, right? But at this rate, if Onana played 58 games, he would have considered 96 goals. At the rate he's going now, he will have considered 96 goals. I mean, it seems the bar just keep going low game after game. You don't know the surprise is going to spring up this time. Like you see saves that my grandmother could easily make. Just pick up the ball, you just see the ball roll into the net. You see, like you should be able to depend on your goalkeeper to make saves, But you
Yeah.
can't really rely on him that if somebody makes mistakes in the front, you have a keeper that can make the save for you. So because of that, I'm saying he's been the worst signing. I mean, if for without him, I think we'll probably be sitting in the top 4 currently. We will have qualified for the Champions League knockout stages if not for Onana. So now we got him in because people said he could play with his feet, and he has not even done that. And the basic job of the goalkeeper to make saves, he can't even do that. So why waste money to bring in a liability? People are saying, oh, he's going to grow in De Gea's first few games. He made a mistake. I remember De Gea's first game. I think it was a Community Shield game against Manchester City. I think it was Edin Dzeko that played one shot from outside. Yeah, it looked like a bad goal that he should have saved that. But that was like a 19-year-old De Gea compared to an old man that is supposed to be doing well now. I mean, will he get better? I don't care. So I just don't want him being the number one goalkeeper for
Yeah.
Manchester United. So for me, I think for that, everything that I've said, numbers don't lie. I don't want to bring anything subjective here. I'm just bringing data and comparing him even with the gear that everybody thought was done. But this is the peak on Anna, and I mean, it's been crap. So I don't think Modric beats this. This is
No, no,
from the pit
for
of
me,
hell performance.
it's a bit it's tricky, right? Normally I would have had a pushback, right?
Mm.
Which would be like, when teams concede that volume of goals, you have to look at the entire back line. But we
Mm.
are talking about an Harry Maguire that is literally, resurgent and
Yeah, he's
playing
playing well now. Yeah.
football right now. Luke Shaw has been steady. Regulon has been reasonably decent, maybe more going forward than defending. Uh, Dallo is Dallo, right? So, but how much do you know the amount of money? How much you paid for man? You paid for Onana?
Onana,
Uh,
I think it should be around 60 million or so.
okay,
63
if
million or
it's
so.
60, if
Yeah.
it's 60 million,
Yeah.
I concede he's the worst signing so far.
Because I'm
Because
just
no,
surprised why we have to.
with Modric, the point is that he's not adding, he's not contributing to winning, right? But he's not contributing to losing.
I mean, that's like 55 million from what I'm seeing pounds. 55 million. Yeah.
Yeah. So do you get my point? Like the main point now why I'm conceding is that Modric is not contributing to winning, right? But he's not contributing to losing.
So why they are losing games? I mean,
Yeah.
last
But
season we were not scoring a lot of goals,
if
but
you are,
it's now we are scoring goals. But
they are scoring 1.65 goals a game as a goalkeeper, that team is not going anywhere. That's
this guy has about 4 or 5 goals now. What's his name? Oiland in the Champions League, and we are bottom of the group. Like when you have a player, I mean, he's
bro,
scoring goals, but somebody is at the back.
14 goals
14 goals
in
in
five
5 games.
That's
Against Bayern, that was a
Galatasaray
4-3.
and Copenhagen in that group.
Exactly. And United doesn't even score a lot of goals, but when we do, there's a keeper that makes sure that everybody forgets that we score 3 goals in a game
I agree.
because he concedes
I guess
more.
I'm.
but I
I
mean,
was.
can I
That's why.
can I ask a question? Just a
Okay.
little bit out of this conversation. What do you think is the problem with Onana? Do you think he's not just good enough?
He's just not a good goalkeeper. Like he just had a good season last
No,
year.
no. Nana has been around for a
Onana
while.
was
Yeah, I know, right? But
As a
did he not
Juventus
come through
player,
from Barcelona, right? I think he came through from Barcelona, right?
I don't know. I can't check. But
I
Inter
think he
Milan.
went on loan to Inter Milan, then they sold him eventually, something like that.
He was at
So
Ajax before at some point. I think
yeah,
Ajax,
I think he
right?
also went to Ajax.
he made his name at Ajax, but I don't know
Yeah,
him. Let me just
Ajax,
let me
Inter.
check for a second. Yeah, he came from Samareto's academy, then went to Barcelona.
yeah, went to Barcelona. So like, I
Yeah.
mean, that's a sign that. I mean, I just
But
feel like he's.
when he was at Ajax and the 1 year he spent at Inter Milan, it was spectacular.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that was just like, what's this guy at Chelsea?
Who's that?
Kepa.
No, not the Kepa. The is this
Mendy.
Senegalese?
Mendy. Mendy.
Mendy. Yeah. So just like him, too, he had 1 or 2 good seasons, and that's it. And I think it's a trend between those kind of goalkeepers, as like among those kind of goalkeepers that they
So
just
let
have
me
one
try
or
and
two
think.
seasons. And
And have there been African goalkeepers
That did well.
that are exceptional. I
in
mean,
the
I've not seen one really,
Premier League?
playing at a
There's
high level.
Well, there's high level sharp, but there's an Egyptian goalkeeper. He didn't play at a high level, but he's really good. What's the name of that Egyptian goalkeeper? He's been in the for a long time. Forgotten his
In
name.
the Premier League?
No,
No,
you
so
no
he
no
didn't
No,
play in the Premier League. So we're
no,
talking about
He didn't play in the
Premier
Premier League.
wait.
League,
There are so
Champions
many.
League.
Come on. Vicente Yama
Enyama was a good
was an
goalkeeper, but he
exceptional
didn't play
goalkeeper.
at that kind of level too.
I know the Egyptian goalkeeper you're talking about.
No, no goalkeeper. I don't think any goalkeeper.
So I'm trying to think. Is it that maybe the pace of the Premier League is it too much for the African goalkeepers?
I mean, the goalkeepers, like what place are you talking
I
about?
don't know. I don't know. I'm just
They just
because, like I said, Onana spent 6 years at Ajax. He was known as a top goalkeeper. He went to Inter Milan, had an
Mm,
exceptional year.
mm.
I came to
I
Man
have
U.
said something now, but you guys might think most people are going to.
No,
So
this is not even a Man U thing. Like they end up being this is not even a Man U thing. Like people were scoring goals. You wouldn't understand. We scored 12 goals. Those are players scoring those goals. So what's happening to those players that are scoring? Their life is not being ruined. It's just him bringing everyone else down. So that's the
so
way
then
it is.
I guess before I can make that conclusion too, I have to know whether apart from Mendy and Onana, there's been other.
Oh yeah, I mean we can't use that sample size to
You
judge. Like
understand? Like
definitely,
just
yeah.
the two of them, then
I mean, yeah. I mean,
it just happened.
it's just. I mean,
But
yeah. So
no
let's
African
just.
come to the Premier League.
I don't feel bad for you guys, sha, but I mean, yeah.
No, I don't feel bad for myself. Also, don't worry.
Still,
that's
you're still not far off. You are 10
that's
points behind yourself.
yeah,
So they will keep considering to the end of the season. Like they don't do anything. So
yeah.
No, things
I
can change.
mean,
You can never say. Things can change.
yeah. I mean, so let's wrap this up. And yeah, like I said earlier, please leave a comment. Who, even though yeah, they've
So this one is
kind of
different.
consider that okay,
Those
Onana.
that day I can't fight with that data. That's
So like Onana is the worst, but if you
yeah.
think differently, if you think like there are other players that we should have picked out there, yeah, put it in the comment section. Let's have that conversation. Let's keep it going. So until next time, bye bye.
Guys.
Bye, everyone. Are you the one
That
that is
was
adding